What up everybody, it is Jay here, and today I'm going to be making something slightly different. I am doing a book review. I got this book, Top Surgery Unbound, for me to read while I was on holidays. I read it in 3 days. I was going to say I have read 3 days, but I read it in 3 days. It's not a very long book, but I'm just going to talk about why I bought the book, what I think of the book, what the book is like, etc, etc, should you buy the book. Where do I begin? So I bought the book because I will be having top surgery around this time 2 years from now, and I have 2 years to make my decisions about where to have top surgery, who to have it with, what type of surgery to get, what I'm going to do, etc, etc. I have 2 years to make all those choices, so I want to make the best choices I can make, so I'm utilizing my time. And part of that involved buying this book because it seems to have a lot of really good information, and a lot of people just were really praising the book for how good it was. The book itself is broken down into 9 chapters. 1 being these breasts are not mine, about making the choice to get top surgery. 2 about the mental health assessment demystified, which is about getting diagnosed with gender dysphoria or gender identity disorder, depending on what language they use where you live. I've already been diagnosed twice by 2 separate mental health professionals, so I didn't really need that chapter, but I think it was good because, you know, it doesn't get normaler as time goes on to get like reassessed. I'll probably end up having to be assessed again for top surgery by the people who work with the top surgeon I'm going to, but who knows. Number 3 is improving your chances of hiring the best surgeon, which was all about what to know, what to say, what to ask, what to do, basically, how to find a good surgeon. Number 4, controlling your options by knowing your surgical options. So that was all about knowing the different types of top surgery that are available, the differences between surgery, so stuff like do you use drains and stuff like that. Number 5, tactical moves to prepare for surgery. It's all about like preparing yourself, your body, your mind, your surroundings, your family, your friends, whoever is supporting you with top surgery. Number 6, examining what happens on the day of surgery. So that was literally just like, this is what happens on the day of surgery. Number 7, successfully navigating your post-op recovery. So again, all about recovery. These names are very self-explanatory. Removing the binder and making a powerful re-entry is number 8. That was all about once you've had top surgery, your results, removing your like post-op compression vest and stuff, and just now going on and living your life with a flat chest. And the last one was creating a boundless life, which was just a bit at the end about what it's like to be living your life in a post-op stage where like that has improved your life. And you know, it's a good book. I liked it. It has pros and cons. It's mostly pros. I have one con, just one. I think it was very informative. It was very interesting. There was a lot of information there that is really good to have. There was a lot of like, there was some lists. So they had let me see, they had a list of the criteria for mastectomy and the creation of a male chest in FDM patients, which is what you need to be able to get top surgery, like the standards of care that are like required internationally. A list of questions your therapist might ask you, questions to ask your surgeon, questions to ask yourself about the surgery, the different types of surgery. They had stuff about stuff you might need to do before surgery to prepare yourself. They had stuff about having an advance directive, having visitation forms. So yeah, it was just a lot of good stuff, a lot of good information, a lot of stuff that people would forget and would overlook when preparing for top surgery, because like I think a lot of people, like self included, get very wrapped up in the idea of, oh my god, I'm having top surgery, that they don't necessarily adequately prepare themselves beforehand for afterwards, and they don't adequately prepare for every situation that they can. I think it was very personal because the writer talked a lot about their own experience having top surgery, what that was like for them, especially from what I can glean. The person in the book, I'm not certain of what their gender identity is, but from what I read in the book, they didn't seem to identify 100% as male. So obviously, there's a bit of a difference there. Not everyone who gets top surgery is 100% going to identify as a trans man. I thought it was very insightful. The person had a lot of like personal experience, especially since they're also a social worker with a emphasis on community mental health and is a hospital social worker. So has a lot of experience working with people who are in hospital, who have had surgery, who have, that's their job. So they have a lot of experience in that regard. It was very preparation focused. So it was very informative of like, here's the stuff that you can do to prepare yourself for surgery. Here's the stuff you can do to prepare the people around you for surgery. Here's all of the stuff that you can do, basically. Granted, there was definitely stuff in the book that I disagreed with. That was more so like it wasn't factual information. It was one thing that was along the lines of the individual told their wife and their friend, two people, and about having top surgery, that they were going to have top surgery, and those two people both told other people, and the writer said that they overreacted at the time because they were like, it's my body, it's my surgery, don't I get to decide who knows and who doesn't? But then they said that was an overreaction and that their friends need support, and that they shouldn't have been angry at them for spreading that information. And while I disagree, and I feel like that's 100% an okay reaction to have, especially like if you told someone that you were having top surgery with the expectation that they weren't going to tell somebody else, I think that's a 100% okay thing to have. But that's just my opinion. The only thing that I would say is a downside to this book is the fact that a lot of that information is available online, and a lot of that information is available online for free. And while it's nice to have the book, it's nice to have it right there and all in the one place. There are a lot of places online that supply all of this information to you. A lot of the information is just about, thinking things through, about being considerate of all of your options, making sure that you ask your surgeon all the questions that you have. It was a lot of stuff that, like, there's a fair bit of common sense information in there, and then there was a fair bit of stuff that, like, you can find online for free. But overall, I think what I would say is it's a good book. If you have the money lying around that you can buy it, do. But if you are pressed for money and you think this is going to be so much more helpful, I wouldn't buy it, because you can get a lot of the information online, and you have to buy the book online anyway, so like you're online regardless. I think an important thing to note is that it should not be your only source of information. This is a mix of one person's personal experience and the information that they can gather online. Obviously, you also need to try and talk to other people who have had surgery with the person you are having surgery with. Like, try and talk to those people, try and see results from that person, try and talk to other people who have had top surgery in general, so that you know at least some of the stuff what you can be expecting to experience. And basically don't just take one story and one book as gospel, because there are so many other experiences with top surgery other than the one that this person had, and those experiences could be just as likely as the one that you'll have. Everyone's experience is different, but your experience could be more like this person's than this person's, and it's important to, for that reason, talk to loads of different people and get loads of different sources of information. So yeah, overall, I would recommend this book to other people, but if you don't have the money for it, don't worry, because you can get a lot of the info online. If I was to rate it out of 5 stars, I'd probably give it a 3.5, because, as I said, a lot of the information was available online, and while it's nice to have it all in one place, like it is, for me at least, for somebody who's done a lot of research into surgery and stuff, it was a lot of deja vu of reading stuff that I had already read before, but that's fine. But yeah, it's a good book. So thank you for watching this video. The like button is down here, subscribe button is over here, and the comment box is open below for any questions that you may have about the book, or about my opinion of it, or anything at all, and any suggestions for a video. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.